Welcome back to the Vampire Black Widow Challenge. We are going to do spouses number 69 and 70 today. And we are starting out here with Luna proposing to number 69. So that is what's going on there. And I just need them to get married, but the proposal is taking 5 million years. Then I am going to send Simone over to the computer. She is going to write another book in this part just because I feel like she hasn't been able to work on her writing for a really long time. So I wanted to give her that opportunity. And I um, had to reset Luna because it wasn't happening, but then she didn't actually propose. So now we're doing a proposal a second time. And luckily it worked this time. And now we are going to have them get married. And we already have a portrait for this guy, and luckily the children are 2 days from aging up, so let's get all these toddlers out of the house and change them to children so that we don't have to deal with them. And you'll notice Miranda is a full alien, and she has a disguise there, so that's why sometimes she looks like an alien and sometimes she doesn't. So these two are getting married, excellent, and then we will head over to number 70's house in order to meet them. Actually, 70 and 71 who will be living in that house, but as you know, 71 will survive this part, but not the next. So here we go. And here is, actually, that's going to be number 71, and then that guy is going to be number 70. So we are introducing ourselves to both of them so that we can call them over because, as you know, we have only 2 slots left in the household, so we can't bring all 4 of these Sims over at once. Once all the children age up to teenagers and we get rid of them, we can do that, but I actually haven't decided yet what I want to do with Simone's children. It's kind of a tough choice. I feel like she wouldn't want them to die. I mean, obviously, but like I was wondering, since we only have a few parts left, if I should just do this, each household in 2 parts kind of thing, and then, um, kind of see if maybe those children live until the last part, and then we get rid of everyone at the end. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to decide. Anyway, I was trying to get her to flirt with him while she's painting, and he walked away. They always seem to walk away nowadays, which is annoying, but true. And so I'm trying to queue up some flirts, but it doesn't really look like it's happening. And we have Simone who is writing, but I need her to stop writing her book so that she can make a portrait of this guy. And my Sims are all stuck. I don't really know what causes the lag in my game. Like, nothing's changed since the last part, and yet it is really tough to get my Sims moving in this one. I'm really not sure what's up with that. I mean, maybe it was like a little hotter today. My computer was a little hotter. I'm not really sure. It's just like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I'm not really. Part of me was like, should I take out some mods? Is it too much? But I don't really know. I like my mods. Honestly, if I was gonna attribute it to one, I'd probably pick Slice of Life. But I do like that one. I don't want to get rid of it. I think maybe we'll try again with the next part. And if it continues to be a problem. See, I don't know, because last part was fine. I don't know. I'm just going to stop rambling about this. I feel like it's one of those things where, your computer or technology or whatever acts weird, and you're like, yeah, it just does that. Like sometimes there's more lag than others. I can't really explain it. So, anyway, finally the flirting is working. So she is flirting with him, and he's enjoying it, except he's not like looking. I mean, he's turned completely away from her, and then um, is kind of like looking over his shoulder. Well, he's unflirty, I think, so maybe he's embarrassed. Who knows? So, Simone, you walked away without finishing your portrait here. So I'm going to send her back over there. And actually, this part was kind of done. See, here's the problem with the lag too, is that um, I really don't have time today, and I really wanted to get this part done. So I'm like rushing at the end of this video to get a bunch of stuff done, and then there's the lag, which makes it take longer. And so now I'm trying really hard to get the voiceover done in one cut because we still have over 10 minutes left and I have 8 minutes before I have to be somewhere. So I guess I'm going to be a little late, but you know what? That's just the way it is sometimes. And we're going to pretend that Luna doesn't know Josephine because she just ended up in her relationships panel just because she's her granddaughter. And here we go, finishing up that portrait. And we're trying to get the other guy to be jealous at the same time. So he is walking in on Luna and that guy. And here goes the other portrait, making good work here. So he caught them cheating. So now we're going to send him to the basement and have Luna come down after him. Here we go. And don't go to work. I told you there's no such thing as work now. So there we go. And Simone is now, she's done with the portrait, so she's going to go back to the computer while Luna kills that guy and then marries the other guy. So all that's going to happen. Um, and then we still have to get the next spouse and the other teen. And then also, I did want to take a visit to Shoyo's house and see Josephine as a teenager and give her a little makeover. So here we are. He is dead. I reset him because the Grim Reaper was stuck on the platform again. And here's the other one. Can you just, it's so hard to see into this room because it's surrounded by the pool and then these shelving units. So I wanted to release the spirits, and then I also queued up a proposal without realizing that when you queue up a proposal, you can't release spirits at the same time. Like you can't do both at the same time, which is super annoying and also becomes a problem a lot lately. Like you can't die and get married at the same time. You can't propose and release spirits, and I don't know. Anyway, so um, Simone did just go on a date with Shoyo. She was invited out and she left. Now she's back, so I'm going to have her work on her book and then come with the money trees. Right now I'm just trying to find out which one needs evolving. Not sure which one it is, but there we caught it. And then, like I said, you can't release spirits while we're proposing. And Simone, yeah, was checking on the money trees. I don't know. Is she done with her book yet? She finishes it at some point. She's dancing right now. Okay, so the proposal is complete. So now we're going to release the spirits before we get married. Now, Simone, I need you to go write your book and then harvest the money trees and then publish your book. So that's what she is doing. Don't know how you just got up on the platform there. Even the Grim Reaper can't do it. So also get the mail. She is always in the zone. Okay, so we need them both to come over here in order to do that. And you can kind of see Simone is currently harvesting the money trees. The money is coming in, even though it doesn't mean anything to us because we already have max money. So now she is going to get married. You can do it. Here we go. Oh, a minus friendship somehow. Okay, so they are getting married and oh, they're playing dolls together. Super cute. Let's take a picture. And here we go. So I think they're done getting married, are they? So we need to invite over this other guy, and it won't let me summon him for some reason at first, but then the second time we are able to summon him. So let's ask him to move in with us and then take him and the other teenager. Here we go. And then We need to get a portrait of him, a portrait of the teenager, have them get romantic. So I'm like, come on, come inside. They don't want to come inside. They just want to chit chat with each other. So, Luna, I'm going to need you to paint his portrait now, please. And then get Flirty. I couldn't cue it up before she started to take the portrait because um, it would go in before then for some reason. And then here's the other teenager. We are going to have Simone do his portrait. And then I'm just queuing up some stuff for Luna to get flirty with this guy. And he didn't show up for his portrait. Okay, let's try this again. So we're having Simone take the portrait. Here we go. Oh, looking good. Looking good. Look at that pose. And he's feeling flirty. He's feeling good. He is feeling good. And you know what? I was like, you know what? Why don't we make one of the children a murderer? So um, we are going to have, gosh, I don't even know which kid is which. Is that Vincent with the orange hair? We are going to have him give that teenager a poisoned apple because that's the only murder interaction in life's tragedies that children could do. So he is going to give that guy a poison apple. And then he'll be poisoned. And Nikki's ghost is mad. Sorry, I just saved there, so I cut it out. And we are having Luna is now depressed, so I was trying to get the guy to flirt with her instead. And then here comes the poison apple. He doesn't know it yet, but he's been poisoned. And for some reason, I think Miranda was trying to like get in a conversation with Luna, and then the guy was flirting, and it was just a total disaster. And now their romance that they had been building is totally ruined, and everyone's embarrassed, and Luna's depressed. And so I'm like, okay, let me fix this. So I took away the depressed stuff, and then I took away the embarrassed stuff in just a second. But this guy is currently dying, so we're pausing to watch him die, and everyone's super sad. Like it's kind of funny. Even the kid is like, oh, I just killed someone, and he's like crying and stuff. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I've just traumatized you, child. So here comes the Grim Reaper. Even the butler got out of bed finally. He's been in that top bunk for like a year, and he got out of bed to cry over this guy. And then we're going to put the urn up there and have Simone release a spirit. And now I am fixing the embarrassment from that um, last encounter. And here we go. No, don't go see the urn. Don't do it. Don't. No, come back. Okay. Well, I was gonna try to have him catch some flirting, and he left, and I'm just like, you know, it would happen that when I'm actually trying to hurry, everything starts to like become a problem. Like, why are you going down here? Okay, so let's try this again. She's feeling passionate, so it really shouldn't be too much of a problem. And then Simone's over here crying over Maddie's urn, like weeping, tears making a puddle on the floor. So then we call over Charles, who is number 70, and we're making him watch as we flirt with someone else. So I'm just going to do that for a little bit, and then we are going to kill Charles. So um, he's mad. We are going to add killing him to our queue, and then it'll come up any second now. And then we will send Simone over to Shoyo's, and then just give Josephine a little makeover of her everyday look. So that is all that we do in this part. I will do her other outfits off camera just because I'm like, I'm currently 2 minutes late. So I know I could have like come back and recorded later, but I like to do them all in one sitting so that like my brain knows what's going on. Like I don't want to forget later what train of thought I was on. So that is why. And then we are going to head over to Shoya's house, and here we go. She's just going to go inside so that no vampires burn in the sun here. And then we are going to give Josephine a hug, and then put full edit mode on so I can fix her eyes again. And here we go. So the look I was going for with Josephine, so like Simone has a very kind of edgy punk, I don't know what I'm going for, look. Uh, so that Simone is kind of youthful in that way. And I know that Josephine is younger than her, but Josephine has kind of, been forced to mature. She's been raised her whole life for, to defeat her grandmother. And so I wanted her to be very like sexy vampiress, very mature kind of look. So that's why I went with this dress. And I gave her long hair, and I just kind of wanted that more mature vibe for her, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Even though it's a little bit, in contrast to Simone, who has a much more youthful look about her. But I actually think Josephine grew up super pretty. I mean, look at her. She's beautiful, and I love the red hair that she inherited from her father. So everything is pretty good here, and I'm changing her traits because you are not going to like trash on my watch because we need you for later, so you got to be cool. So here are a few screenshots, and I hope you enjoyed. We will go again with two more spouses in the next one. We are going to skip Glimmerbrook because there's no one there anymore. So I'll catch you next time.